Well, great evening. I want to pull cards and look at this Alec Baldwin thing. They're charging him again. And they said, well, we checked the gun and we used not the genuine parts. We used parts that were, basically the same type of parts as they had in there because the other ones broke. Okay. So they replaced the parts with other parts and decided to charge him. That is, I think it's my take on it. This is the New Mexico wanting to show how tough they are. And, he's a Democrat, okay? So it's, he's having to defend himself. That's what that says up there. Defend. Okay. So basically they're being scorpions. Okay. And he's got to defend himself. Against this toxic thing that they're doing. And I think that really says it all. He's got to defend himself against, and of course, a scorpion in New Mexico. He needs to defend himself against this. So what we have, he's had short-term luck. That's the overview of it. They dropped the things for a while. Now they're coming back and charging him again. So in the center of it, we have, the rainbow promises. Okay, so this was her promise. Okay, what's crossing it underneath of it is the moving this forward, and underneath of it they have to look under the surface. Okay, so in the past we have the time of this, the clock ticking, what's going on now with it. This is the cross to bear. He's having a difficult time with it. Above it, the end point, and this could be her death as well. Some new things that they're doing with it. And underneath of it, this is that prosecutor. Okay, I think it's the prosecutor rather than the woman that died. But this prosecutor's bringing these new charges on this death. The challenge is the community. The outcome is, looking at this. Who's going to come out to be the star in this? Okay. And I think that the person that's putting these charges is kind of a bit of a narcissist, is a Republican. Okay. Above it, this is kind of being slow walked, crafty. Okay. The foundation, this is crafty. It's not on the up and up. Okay. And so underneath of it all is the conversations about this. And having to look for the deeper knowledge about what happened. So let's go ahead and pull the tarot and see what it has to say on this situation. What can you tell us about this new charges against Alec Baldwin? Now they're charging him with, manslaughter? But I don't think this is going to be able to fly because they're not using the actual gun. They replaced the parts on it because I guess the other parts on it broke or defective. Well, that could have something to do with why it happened. And they're supposition was, well, he should have checked the gun himself. Well, that's not his, no, that's why they have somebody with the armor. What do they call armament? Somebody there that is supposed to know the guns and is supposed to check it. It's not the actor's job to check and know what are blanks and what are genuine bullets, okay? But again, they want to put this on him. So yeah, the overview of all this is resistance, loggerheads. And I think that this, I don't know if you can read that because it's awful dark in here, but it says resistance, loggerheads, okay? This prosecutor is absolutely hell-bent on going after him. Has been from the beginning, okay? Let's see what else we have with this. Playfulness, okay? So when it's resistance and playfulness is saying this is not somebody that's serious, that's doing it out of the right reasons, okay? Because we have the rabbit going down what? The rabbit hole, okay? The drama wants to use them like puppets. We got the jack-in-the-box. We've got the rabbit going down the rabbit hole. Resistance. At the center of it, we have the people involved. Okay? Crossing it. This is about going forward and her ship coming in. Underneath of it, yeah. It's political. Okay? It's political. Go after him. Again, I think it's another, what can we do to mitigate things for Trump? Oh, yeah, go after Baldwin. He's a Democrat, and, he's a star. This will make big news. God, this is slimy. In the past, this is something she's been trying to construct. What's going on now, okay, is, this is the position, a position of authority. Above it, we have the history. Underneath of it at the foundation is what's being offered. And underneath of it all, it's coming from what? Trump, okay? The higher-ups, the ones with money. The challenge is, yeah, that it's up in the air. They're just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. The outcome, it's a burden, okay? They have to prove, they have to have a burden of proof. Above it, she thinks this is going to enable her, again, politically. The foundation is justice and, okay, bringing this to rest underneath of it, okay? So, let's break it down by the major arcana are people involved, and she wants to reach the people. It's a political ploy. She wants to be seen as somebody of value when it comes to justice, okay? So again, this is a political move on her part. Because again, Republican. The Republican thing, this is what has been built by the men of wealth, and she thinks this is going to secure her as well. her wealth. Mentally, this needs to come to its end point. Okay. Emotionally, this is the history, what she's offering up, but everything is up in the air. You know, it's all fantasy. It's all drama. What's crossing it? She wants this to go forward, and this is the burden. She is just, like I said, hell-bent on it. And above it all, don't forget, we have resistance, loggerheads with this, and playfulness. In other words, it's not that it's fun. It's that she's not serious. It's not a serious thing. It's the manipulation. What does the magician have? The rabbit in the hat. Okay? So it's another ploy. Another ploy. Just, you know, what is wrong with these Republicans? There's no low they will not stoop to. This kind of takes some heat off of Trump. You know, focus on Baldwin. Oh, look at this as a Democrat. We're going after him. You know, yeah. So I'm going to leave that here. It's not a surprise what comes out in the cards with that. Yeah. This woman. You know, it was an accident, and it's not, again, it's not up to the actor to know. That's why you have somebody that's supposed to know guns that takes care of that, takes care of the props. It's not up to them to do that. Yeah, I pulled one more card. He's being tricked. Okay? He's being tricked. Okay? And the fact that they are using the gun, but had to replace the part, but they used the same similar parts that were in there. I'm sorry. That's not going to fly. You can't do that. I think that the case will get, he won't get convicted because you can't have evidence and then screw with the evidence in order to make your case. Okay? So I'm going to leave that here. It's just going to cost him a lot of money and time and just to his reputation. Terrible that they would do this.